What's not predictable is this weather, including the fog. The fog just will not let up. Some improvements downtown. Just see the bottom half, the bottom floors of the Key Tower and the upper floors of Key Tower. So we're looking at a cloud deck and a cloud ceiling at about 1,300 feet here. So we'll call it foggy, patchy in nature across the North Coast. 49 degrees right now. We do have a calm wind. That is good. With those calming winds, not a lot of movement happening in the atmosphere. So we're going to continue to watch for the morning dense fog turning a little bit more patchy, but all day rain showers. That's going to be the main thing that's going to take the cake when it comes to the overarching headline for your Thursday. All day rain. Visibility is still down to 0. Port Clinton, Elyria, quarter mile to half a mile. Worcester over to Akron as you head eastbound on Route 30. Where you see the red, that's more than likely you're seeing 0 visibility, but things are trying to improve with this rain moving inbound from the southwest to the northeast. So we have a strip of moderate rainfall from Lodi over to much of Medina as you get closer to Akron, over to southern Portage County. Just a damp start right along I-76. All this is moving inbound, so much of the Cuyahoga Metro Cleveland area will be seeing just rain all throughout the morning. And it's associated with a warm front. And this warm front will try to lift through and clear much of the Buckeye State. But that's going to give us some more insight of just how warm we're going to get with the rain that's going to be lasting. So 100% shower threat throughout much of the early afternoon, concluding throughout the early evening, and then return a little bit more foggy again throughout the overnight. So pretty much lining up what we just saw on radar. The rain will be arriving as we head throughout the next several hours, and stick around through much of midday with your National Design Bar Hourly forecast. Here's that chance for us to see low 50s briefly around 2 and 3 o'clock for this afternoon before this low swings out of here. And that's going to wrap in a cooler air for this evening. Temperatures falling into the upper 30s to low 40s. How much rain? Upwards to a half an inch, possibly an inch of showers. No flood threat with this. So it's just going to be a steady light to moderate shower event for us for today. And then with the north winds returning for the overnight, we're looking at another foggy start with dense fog likely for much of our inland areas. So we'll do it all again with some dense fog to patchy fog for tomorrow morning. And then we introduce a south winds with clouds lingering throughout the afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 60s. Then we turn really breezy. That's going to really warm us up into the low 70s. This is going to be the first time we hit 70 since middle of October. That's going to be nice, but it does come with a cool down as we get closer to your late Saturday evening into your Sunday. And with this cold front, it does include a risk of some possibly damaging winds with some of these storms right along this front as it slides in and arrives by Saturday afternoon and evening. So we got to keep a close eye on that, but that's going to set us up for a bright finish to your weekend planner. Here's your Union Home Mortgage 10-day outlook. We spring ahead with those temperatures falling into the 30s, upper 50s. That's it for your Sunday afternoon. Sunny skies returning with another warm surge for us come Monday, upper 60s, back-to-back low 70s with another cold front. We go from 73 Wednesday to low 30s Thursday with some morning snow.
All right, Anthony.